Well, on the cutting edge tonight, this World's World Cup is the first to use a video assistant referee. The brand new technology is designed to help actual referees on the field with contentious match decisions. The video assistant referee tool is in addition to goal line technology that was introduced in the 2014 World Cup. The technology uses Hawkeye sensors to track ball and player movements down to the millimeter. And that is not the only piece of technology enhancing the World Cup experience. This year, Israeli companies are hoping to make a big splash at the event. All right, joining us now, Futurist Tom Goodwin, the Executive Vice President and Head of Innovation at Zenith Media. Have you been watching?
I have. It's been great so far.
All right. Well, Israel not playing, but certainly felt on the field with all of the technological contributions.
Absolutely. I mean, Israeli tech companies are very well placed to really excel in this field. They've been world leaders in things like image recognition technology, sensor technology, wearable technology, and obviously artificial intelligence runs in the background of all of this. So there's many Israeli tech companies that are doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, most of them are behind the scenes. Most of them are actually helping coaches and players train better. Companies like Air Rate making sure that players remain rehydrated. Players like PlaySight, which help track the games in practice and give insights into how players are performing. And my favorite of all the Israeli tech companies, a company called Replay Technologies, which does an incredible job of almost like a 360-degree replay.
Okay.
It uses 38 different cameras around each stadium to do this amazing kind of special effect, but it's not being used at the World Cup this year, sadly.
Well, VAR is being used,
yes.
Video-assisted refereeing. Some have issues that it could disturb the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of traditionalists in football. You know, many people kind of like the controversy. They like the kind of element of luck. They like the kind of tension that
yeah, what was that ref thinking? Where are his eyes?
What else are you going to shout about in the pub afterwards?
Yeah.
So it's kind of annoying to have this kind of objectivity to the game in a way. I mean, it very much depends on how it's used. Is it used in real time? Is it used to make decisions or to support decisions? What decisions is it used for? It's almost more in the power of the referees to make a success of this than anyone else. But it's going to be fascinating to see what happens.
All right, from the World Cup, let's go out of this world.
Yes.
And discuss space tourism.
Yeah.
Axiom Space, giving those with piles of money and a sense of adventure an opportunity to travel in a more plush manner.
Yes.
They're launching an 8-day trip to space that even involves a cocktail or two. Tell us about that.
Well, details are very scarce, as you can imagine, for something that's not due to happen until 2020. The idea is that about 7 people at a time will be transported into space to spend, 8 to 10 days there. Great for Instagram.
I can imagine.
World-class content for Instagram. But no one really quite knows exactly where they're going to stay. Like, people assume it's going to be the International Space Station to start with, and then 2 years later they're going to build their own capsule. They're probably going to get there with SpaceX, but maybe a mission from Boeing. It's extraordinarily kind of unlikely it's going to really be the luxury experience that people think. Well, you can't really drink beer in space. You can't really have sort of lobster either.
Well, they're billing it as such, as the 5-star vacation. That Axiom is providing the 5-star vacation in outer space. As you say, food has always been an issue.
Yeah.
How much does this go for? What's the price tag?
They're saying about $55 million. So
per ticket?
I'm saving now.
$55 million?
Per ticket.
Per person?
10 days, luxury.
Wow.
There's no single supplement either. So, you can think about it in some ways, and it seems like a good deal.
A cool
Think of the air miles.
Unbelievable. And that's 2020 that they're ready for liftoff.
In theory, I mean, space programs are never brought forward. They only ever move back, and sometimes by decades at a time.
All right. From rockets and space, let's go to slightly less exciting modes of transportation. Scooters.
Yes.
And Bird, the scooter company, a unicorn, $1 billion valuation less than a year since it was founded. What's so special about their scooters?
I mean, we're seeing extraordinary things happen in the personal mobility space. So whether it's dockless bicycles and now dockless scooters, the main thing that Bird seems to have is just brand name recognition and a team of executives that come from Uber and Lyft. There are other companies like Lime and like Spin that have a virtually identical product. It just doesn't seem to have the same sort of glamour.
But why are we expecting such a demand in scooters all of a sudden?
I don't know if we are. I don't know if normal everyday people are expecting expecting this to happen. But VC money seems to be very plentiful at the moment. And people like the idea of the growth curves that happened with Uber and Lyft and other services like that. So I think there's a lot of optimism that maybe isn't borne out by realism.
Yeah, $1 billion valuation. They must know what they're talking about. From scooters to motorbikes very quickly. And self-automation, self-driving technology coming into play for a change there.
Yeah, I mean, the Internet of Things is slowly transforming every single industry, and so is image recognition and the ability to kind of process vast amounts of data quickly. It's unlikely that you're just going to sort of sit back on a motorcycle and watch TV in the same way that you might in vehicles. It's more about augmenting the driving experience. So how can you have cameras that look behind you and look ahead, looking into aspects like adaptive cruise control, safety mechanisms that tell you when you can and can't overtake. Again, you know, purists in the space won't be happy about this, but the idea is that we're making motorcycling a much safer pursuit.
Certainly making it safer. All right, Tom, great stuff. Thank you as always.
Thanks
for
having
joining us. Well, finally tonight.